What's up, everyone? This is Micah from This Divided World. This is a new video series I want to try and do. We'll see what happens with it. I'm not really sure what it's going to become yet, but basically I had the idea this past weekend. We were in the studio and I was out chilling with Mark. And if some of you don't know, or some of you do know, that we live like 75 miles apart. So I was driving from Niagara Falls back to my house at night. And I just had the thought, this idea for a video that I wanted to make, and so I want to share it with everyone. Basically, it's a challenge. Let me talk about it a little bit. I'll just say what it is, and some people will turn away just by hearing it. But if you stick through, I think there's a point to it. So basically, my challenge is this. It's for Christian bands, specifically like in metal and hardcore, but also it's for whoever, Christians in general, Christian bands. It's for everyone if you want to listen to, but might not specifically apply to you. But basically my idea is this project, This Divided World, this band, we want to honor God in everything we're doing with it, musically, and all the decisions that we're making with it. And so Mark and I want to commit to tithe, take 10% of our increase from whatever we make on this band, which at this point is nothing. We've pretty much paid we will have paid like $2,000 into this at least, if not, plenty more in time and all that kind of stuff. But when we start to gain money financially from this band, we want to take that and set some money aside. And my challenge is to bands to take from either what you gain, like say you're selling a CD for $10 and it costs you $5 to make or whatever, with recording and pressing and album artwork and all that kind of stuff, to either take like the $1 out of that $10 or to take 50 cents out of the $5 that's considered profit. But that's all, however you want to look at it. I know some bands won't, or some bands will. I wouldn't expect bands to, but that's why it's a challenge. I believe that as Christians we're called to give in our personal lives, and I've never really seen anybody extend, maybe bands do and I just don't know about it, but I've never seen that really extend into like bands. So this is for Christian record labels too. I know it's the reality. Everyone thinks that like record labels are making a bunch of money, but if you're in that middle range of bands where or middle range of record labels where a lot of bands and record labels sit, it's hard to even make money. If you're helping out your band, there's no money to be made. And if you're a band, you're basically releasing your album for free. You're paying for, pictures and the only money you can ever really make is like in merch, just to make that back. But even still with that, I think it's important. I think that it could bring a new level to your band to honor God in all these really small things, what seem to be small things. And, some people might just be opposed to the idea of a tithe, or, well, okay, so what if we set this money aside? Who do we give it to? Maybe we don't support church, or we don't go to a church, or blah, blah, all that different stuff. An idea is maybe that you could take that money that you set aside and go out with your band on a Friday night and like just go to the streets and give out food and talk to people and evangelize like that. But anyways, I'll close with this story. So some of you know I'm a youth leader at my local church, and we're at this youth retreat camp like thing a month ago or so, and there was this kid that came up to me. There was this band, Elmwood, check them out. Awesome worship band, but this band came out and they had played, and afterwards we had gone off to there's snacks afterward and stuff. And this kid was like, "Hey, can I share something with you?" I was like, "Sure, man." He was super excited. He was he had this ice cream or whatever, and I was like asking him how much it was or whatever. We got onto the subject, and he was like, after the band played, we donated towards them. We asked kids if they wanted to give. These 50 kids or whatever gave $500 to this band. It was awesome. But this kid was like, I knew the guy was asking me to give this dollar, and it was my last dollar. And he was like, no, but then I won't have money to get a snack or whatever. But he said he gave it anyways. then he was down at like the snack shack, you know, kind of just like hanging out. There was a pool table there, foosball table, all this stuff. And he said that the chick that was like working the counter was like, somebody ordered this and didn't get it or whatever. Does somebody want a free ice cream? And it was like, it ended up being, it was like $1.50 or $2 or something. And so he got more than he would have had if he held on to it. So that's basically my challenge. You know, I'm sure this video will make some people mad, or maybe some bands will really step out and be like, you know, I want to do that. I'm not going to say that you're not a Christian or that you're not a Christian band if you don't do this. I wouldn't ever make a claim like that. But I just think it could be something that would open up a new dimension for your band. So there's a challenge. Peace, guys.